I originally come from a fine arts background. I don't come from an education background. And I was approached by Rock for Kids to teach a hip hop class. And I said, okay. But I didn't really know how to go about it. And as I went on, somebody had told me the process I had been using was called student-directed learning. So I was really happy when I found out there was a name for what I was doing. Now, so what I'm going to be telling you, basically, it's going to be very experiential. And I'm going to give you a lot of for instances. With what I do specifically, the vehicle we use is hip-hop. And in the communities in which I teach, it's a very, very relevant form and held in high regard amongst the students. We accomplish a lot of things through using this vehicle. Problem solving through creative solutions, conflict resolution amongst your peers, and these are things that are not really available right now in these communities. Conflict resolution, and overall, working in a collaborative way and making decisions. Now, I've kind of come up with a little bit of a system so far, and one of those is when I come to the class, I establish what I call the hierarchy of cool. So I come in, and I say, and they call me Mr. Hero. I say, my name's Mr. Hero. And I give them my resume. So I do work with Lupe Fiasco. We do music for the Oprah Winfrey Show. So I lay it all out. So immediately, I've set myself here. And I let them know that I'm not a teacher, that I'm a professional coming to drop knowledge and show them what I do and show them that they too can make a living doing this. And now what's beautiful about hip hop production and songwriting is there's so many levels to it. So you have the technical aspect of engineering and using Pro Tools and recording. You have the actual composing on the drum machine. You have the writing. And what I do is, this form, real quick, like student-directed learning is an incredibly effective way to teach. However, it is not an easy way to teach because you're teetering at all times. You have to be able to call an audible at any moment. And it could go either way because they say, well, we're here to facilitate an investigation. Well, I watch a lot of mysteries. Investigations can go anywhere. So you have to be ready for that. So the way I generally run the class, I've learned how to deal with problem students, the disruptive kid. That kid is usually a natural born leader. Take him, put him in a position of authority, he's going to cool out because he's happy that he now has respect. And he is now a major part of the functioning of the class. So this is crucial. Another thing is, like when I was saying, it was actually quite similar when you had doctors teaching doctors. It gives the students a sense of empowerment that they do not get in a normal class structure. They do not get the opportunity to share with their peers. Now, I'm going to give you a for instance with the class at Melody, and which is one of the primary sites I teach at. And they lost focus in the beginning of the semester. They totally lost focus. They did one nice song, and they thought they were really good, so they stopped putting any effort into it. They stopped showing up regularly. They were disruptive when they were in class. Like, it was not a good scene. So what we did is when the spring semester started, we sat down and we said, okay, why haven't we been productive? What's gone wrong? And we made a set of rules. They made a set of rules. I had a hand in them. Like, if I have to tell you to be quiet 3 times, you have to leave. That kind of, they didn't make that one up. But they stick to these rules steadfast. They actually kicked somebody out of the group. We had a group meeting because they felt that her material was not up to par with everybody else's. And she had broken the miss 3 classes while you're at school rule. So she was out of the group. So now it's nothing but focus. Now I'm going to give you another for instance with this same class. And this was during the chaotic time we needed some little kids to rap on, or we needed children to sing a chorus for a song. So I sent 2 of them, I said, go get me a couple little kids. Came back with 30. Wow. So it's me, 5 middle school kids, and like 35-year-olds, 6-year-olds. And so they were trying to direct the kids. The little kids were buck wild, and then you have 5 middle school kids trying to control the situation. You see what's going on here? So, and one of my bosses was there actually watching this in horror, and, and she said, Mike, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, and my response was, let them cook. Let this go horribly wrong. Let's do it. Let's see it not work. Let them mess up. Some of my greatest teachers have let me make horrible mistakes. So the next day I said, well, we didn't get anything done. What are we going to do? And the one kid, Clancy, goes, let's go grab 2 at a time. So that's a great idea. I introduce everybody to all the various aspects. So the first thing we do is I say, okay, let's make a beat. And I present the drum machine, and I give them a brief demo. And then each student comes up and layers a different element of music. So one student will do a boom, 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 and all the other kids go. The other kid will come up and just start going. So when every element is added, we ask the class, does this work? Does this work? So every decision we make is a collaborative effort. And oftentimes when they ask me questions, I don't answer them. The way I answer questions is I represent that question to the entire class. Now, as I'm introducing them to these various forms, I watch them, and I see as time goes by and as they're introduced to these things, they will organically assume roles and be drawn to different parts of the creative process. So I watch them, and I see who's drawn to what and who's doing what, and I'll focus. Like there's a girl named Dee Dee. She went straight to the computer, and I focused on her. I took time to train her almost on a one-on-one level. And then once she was good, I got her to teach this kid. Okay, so that did 2 things. Not only did it reinforce what she learned, but it also taught her how to disseminate knowledge and information. And it built up her self-esteem. Meanwhile, the other kid doesn't feel stupid because his friend is telling him how to do it. Because the thing is, what I've learned from teaching so far is everybody wants to learn, but nobody wants to feel stupid. So this is where the nuance lies. So we do that, and we go through, and we'll make the beat, and then we'll say, okay, well, what is this sound? What kind of subject matter does it lend itself to? And so as a group, somebody will say, well, it sounds like kind of like this, so we'll pick a topic. And we do topics from, we're working on a song right now called West Side Story, where they're talking about all their struggles that are happening 50 feet outside the school. We're working on a song called Food. Just made a song called Class. Now, so we'll present the idea, and together, as a class, we'll develop that idea. So I'm going to play you a quick song. This song is called Summertime. And I did this at the Chicago Heights, it's at 4th Presbyterian Church, in downtown Chicago. And the summer camp every year gives us a theme. And this theme was summertime. So we're like, okay. So we made a beat. We used happy sounds. And we had to come up with a chorus. The other thing is, something I do is, a student will be singing a hook or a chorus but not know it. So it's my job to let them know that they just did the chorus. So there was a student, I had actually played them Ella Fitzgerald's Summertime as inspiration. And I heard some little kid just go, summertime, summertime. I was like, okay, chorus. So this is the song I was talking about. This is the Summertime song, where they were presented with a theme. Now, keep in mind, they produce the music, they engineer and record it, and they write the raps, and I'm here guiding them.
Summertime, you stay on my mind, eating fries at a cheesy in my Lamborghini. Summertime, It's burning hot, kids splashing in the pool, you see sweat like raindrops, sprinklers running all day long. Kids playing in them like they taking a bath. Summertime, now the living is easy. The sun always shines in summertime. Summertime, summertime, when the living is easy and the sun always shines. Summertime, summertime, when the living is easy and the sun always shines. It's summertime, I'm going to the beach, sitting on the sand, soaking up.
And I'm gonna play. Thank you. Thank you. This song is called Class. Now, there's a popular song out right now. The radio edit version is Dance, 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 Dance. Are you familiar, anybody? Featuring Nicki Minaj. Now, the uncensored version is not dance. There's another word. So we had to come up with a solution. They wanted to recreate this song. So we had to listen to the song, dissect the elements, the musical elements, and one girl was so insistent, she wanted to do Nicki Minaj's rhyme scheme exactly. So we had spent a lot of time structuring this fairly complex structure. So there was a lot of problem solving here. And just take a quick listen.
Class, 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 class.
This ain't class.
Now everybody put them books down.
All green jag while I'm riding in the back. Can't help the rims match, even though it make my swag. Get key Lolo, do my math. JB back to class. Killing these books while I'm rapping on this track. Got the Louis on my back. 300 is my class. 3-on-1 back. We tell you wait up if you can. Yes, Brittany got the brands. Princess Nene swag is back. Now DD kill this track. DD
kill this track.
Wiggly, wiggly, wiggle, wobble. Swag so fresh, all I got is stacks in my wallet. Brittany called Havana, J-Bear and Kishana. Somebody point me to the best fish thrower. I told them I be clean, can't wait till I'm a freshie. All these girls hating cause my future making money. If you wanna see me, then he gotta go through Clancy. And if you don't know me, you can always call me Dee.
Oh, that. Oh. So, last thing I want to do real quick is I'm going to play y'all 2 videos of the same concept presented to 2 different classes at schools about 3 minutes away from each other and their interpretation of the same song.
Christmas is the best day because it's Jesus' birthday. Mother and sister, father and son, brother and sister who all become one. We have laughter.
Now these kids, as you can see, are like real sweet kids. You can tell, right? Now let's see how they do it at the other school. They're a little more wild at the other school. So this was their interpretation of a Christmas song.
You hear that? Yeah, Didi, what's that? I think it's Christmas. Okay, cool. Drop that baby and stay around here.
So you get the idea. 2 very, very different interpretations of the same assignment. These kids live within 10 blocks of each other. The very last thing I'm going to say to y'all is something that one of my high school art teachers, Mr. Larry Miller, he looked like Van Gogh, the hat, it's weird. He said, because I went to a magnet program, so we were introduced to all various mediums. And he said, Mike, he said, we're giving you all the skills, we're exposing you to all the different mediums, but what we're really giving you is the ability to look at the world through the eyes of an artist, and that will never go away. And we're using technology as that vehicle to have them look through the world as the eyes of an artist. All right.